What's up YouTube, it's your boy JPZ on the keys and this 2 Ease Batman video today. And we got, why do Americans drive automatic transmissions and Europeans don't? To be honest, I've driven a manual car like once, not like on the road, but just in the backyard. Like, personally for me, it's just like a big learning curve. It's not impossible, but it's just like, it's not like I'm lazy. It's just like I haven't really found the time to really sit down and learn how to do that, you know. I would definitely want to learn how to drive a manual one day. I'm not going to be one of those guys like, ew, a manual. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it would be nice. Because I've driven in cars, I've ridden in cars with people who have stick shifts. And it definitely feels like you have a lot more control over the car when you're doing that. So it definitely would be fun to drive one. It's just like you got to incorporate your whole body. You can't even, you know what I mean? But let's watch this.
I learned to drive with my mother's Mini, and when I turned 18 I went to get my driving licence. It was a manual transmission car, like 90% of all cars in Belgium, where I live. When I turned 20, my father said I should drive his car to the restaurant we were heading for my birthday dinner. It was an automatic transmission car. A whole new world opened to me. I don't have to shift gears anymore. My left leg is free. Wow! I didn't think about it too much, as I thought it was something additional, a luxury on a higher end car to have like the Mercedes that my father had. 6 months later, I found a company for my international internship in the land of opportunity. Okay, sorry about that.
That was loud.
A buddy of mine and I rented a car for the first 2 weeks, and the only option available, automatic transmission. Well, okay, no problem. I drove it once, I thought, and we got it. Later on, we bought an old 1991 Toyota Celica GT with automatic transmission. Well, that's odd, we thought. An old car with automatic transmission? In my mind, I'm still associating automatic transmission being for luxury cars, so I couldn't place it well. 1 month later, during my internship, my boss asks to get something and I could use his car. When he hands over the keys, he says, "Can you drive a manual transmission?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, I've got my license." And then he responded, "But this is the States, man. Not everyone can drive it." It got me thinking, what does he mean? Are Americans bad drivers?
Yes.
When I arrived back in the office,
yes, they are.
I asked my colleagues what kind of transmission they have in their car, and all of them answered with automatic. I was shocked to hear it. And when I said, in Europe most of us drive manual transmission, one colleague responded, "Why would you? Automatic is easy. Why would anyone take the harder option?" I went away and did some research and found out the following information. In Europe, 80% of all new cars are manual transmissions, where in the States it's around 5%. An automatic car is, generally speaking, 1,000 to 2,000 euros more expensive. The taxes on cars are very high, especially in West Europe and Scandinavian countries, where taxes can be up to 150%.
Dang.
So getting an automatic over there is a huge amount of extra money you'd pay. In most European countries, you pay an additional tax on the engine size and horsepower, which pushes the manufacturers into the smaller and lighter cars section.
Oh, so maybe this is like energy conservation, where they're doing like a carbon tax. Because I've heard that they're doing a lot of emissions type stuff in the UK, where it's like in America could give two shits about, you know, greenhouse gases and, you know, what are we putting into the environment? It's like, yes, what's coming out of the muffler is dangerous for the world, but you know, let's reduce the dangerousness.
Like an Audi A1 3-cylinder 1 litre. Where in the US, people tend to get 3-litre V6 or V8 engines. Automatic transmission is heavier than manual, making your car weigh more, which causes more fuel consumption, which is a big no-no for Europeans because the gas prices are significantly higher there. For example, In the US, a litre, where 1 litre is 0.264 gallons of gasoline, is about 0.81 USD. In Belgium, it's 1.62, UK it's 1.64, and Italy it's 1.84. Driving a manual car is harder, and you need to regulate the clutch properly, or you will consume more fuel, which in proportion gets higher if you drive a V6 or V8 US car instead of a V4 Euro car. The maintenance and repair costs of automatic cars are also higher compared with the manual. Europe has a dynamic topography. The continent is dominated by narrower roads, hilly areas, crowded cities and bumpy terrains. Driving through the roads of Europe thus calls for ultimate driving experience with manual transmissions. Moving the gears up and down is more common when driving through the countryside area, hence manual offers seamless acceleration around the corners.
Right.
To summarise, the differences are mostly economical and geographical reasons, not really the way how people like to drive. What do you think will happen in the future? Will the trend keep on going, or will we see a change because of electrical vehicles?
But you're already seeing it. You're already seeing a change with the electric cars. You're already seeing it. They're trying to make everything electric, because then once you make everything electric, people can't go underneath the hood and fix stuff. So then when people can't go underneath the hood and fix stuff, then you got to take it to the dealer, and the dealer's going to charge an arm and a leg, because it's the dealer is going to have the person with the only device that will be able to do anything for your car. Just like I've heard the Teslas, even when the battery is done, you can't even put the car in neutral. Like, you can't even put the car in neutral if the battery is dead. That's why I will never get an electric car, because it's like, oh, are you really saving the environment? Because where are you getting the lithium for the batteries? You had to go to some third world country and mine lithium out of the ground, or the cobalt to get to put in the batteries. Like, where are you getting that from? You're mining materials from third world countries and using slave labor to make people do that. But greenhouse gases, all the factories that are polluting the air and pumping toxins right in the air, just like the Nestle company that made it seem like water is like a choice. Like, they're pumping all their trash into the ocean and water, where people are going to get their water supply from. But personally, I would love to drive a manual one day. I definitely want to sit down and take a couple of days and really learn how to drive a manual. But I don't know. Like, once I really find the time, I definitely want to do that, because I definitely want to feel how it is to drive it. Because I've ridden in it, and it seems like you really got a lot of control over how the car moves. You got a lot of, you're really very much in control. Like, but a lot of people already know exactly what to do. They have a lot of knowledge with the cars. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little bit of knowledge, but I'm trying to get better. But thank you. I feel like I rambled on this video, but thank you. I appreciate you guys. Check out my Patreon. I'm dropping another banger on Patreon. Check it out. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I'm out. Peace.